Welcome, everyone. Welcome. This evening, we add to our list of countries Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Belgium. Welcome to episode 2 of I Hate Hamlet. Before we begin, I just want to ask you once again to join those generous donors who are donating to Voice Theater. To donate, the donate link is in the email that we sent you. And it's also right below this video, so you can click on that after the show. And I want to take this moment to thank all of our donors thus far. It's been a great response, so thank you very, very much. And now, once again, I turn you over to the very capable hands of your host for this evening, Brett Owen.
Thank you, Shona. 6 weeks later, it's opening night of Hamlet. Barrymore is relaxing on a velvet chaise lounge as he enjoys a rather copious alcoholic beverage. Deirdre looks around the living room, seeing the additions of Renaissance furnishings, tapestries, and candelabras.
Oh my God, what got into him?
Isn't it incredible? It's Barrymore. Andrew says this is exactly what it used to look like. He says it's been helping him to get in the mood.
Oh, well, I hope he's in the mood. It's opening night!
Opening night! Hamlet!
So where is he? Doesn't he have to get to the theater?
He's upstairs getting ready on the roof. He's in costume too. He wears it everywhere. And he talks to Barrymore.
Really? He got through?
No, he just imagines. I catch him at it all the time. Do you think he's here, watching over us?
Barrymore?
Yes. Oh, John Barrymore, wherever you are, bless this evening. Bless Andrew.
Honey, you better calm down.
I know. I've been like this all day, all week. I can't sit still.
Deirdre, pulled by unseen forces, sits on the chaise aside Barrymore. She lies down as he gently strokes her hair. She is unaware of his presence, but he has his desired effect upon her.
Felicia, what's it like? Sex?
Sex? Oh, that's right. You're still on the bench. No wonder you're nervous. Sex is great with the right guy.
Really? But what about with the wrong guy?
You don't want to know.
Felicia, you're terrible.
Barrymore kisses Deirdre.
Stop it.
What?
Nothing. Felicia, how do you know if you're really in ultimate love? If it's Shakespeare?
What's to know? Andy's the best. I mean, he's a star. He must have girls coming out of the woodwork and he's waiting for you.
That's true. It's just, sometimes I think I'll never marry anyone. I mean, anyone alive. I've always wanted to be Joan of Arc or Juliet or Guinevere, and I want to love someone like Hamlet or King Arthur or Socrates.
You're rich, right?
No, why?
Well, the way you think. I mean, I love it, but you don't have to make a living, right?
No, I'm not rich, really. Just my parents. They're so great. They've been married for almost 40 years, and that's what I want. Eternal love for the ages. And tonight, Andrew's playing Hamlet, and I'll know. Gary, that's bad luck. The champagne is for afterwards to celebrate.
Sorry. Hey. You know, a big night, hot stuff.
I can't wait.
You know, I love Andy. He's a great actor. But what if he really sucks?
He won't. He's going to be glorious. Don't even think that.
I hope he's good. Although, you know, with Shakespeare, how can you tell?
Exactly. I mean, maybe it's foolproof. Maybe with Shakespeare, there's no difference between bad and good. And everybody's afraid to say it. I mean, at the movies, on the tube, either you're funny or you're canceled. You're good looking or you're best supporting actor. I mean, you can tell, but with Shakespeare, it's just so hard to tell who's good without nudity.
Gary, have you ever been to the theater?
Not lately. Can I be frank? I don't get it. I mean, the theater, it doesn't make sense. It's like progress, right? Take it step by step. Back in Neanderthal times, entertainment was like your two rocks, boom, 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 boom. And then in the Middle Ages, they had theater. But then came radio, and then silent movies, and then sound, and then TV. Oh, that's art perfected. I mean, when you watch TV, you can eat, you can talk, you don't really even have to pay attention. I mean, not if you've seen TV before, but it's nice. Half-hour chunks. Oh, even better commercials. Oh, 30 seconds. Hot girl, hot guy, the beer, it's all there, distilled. I mean, when I go to the theater, I sit there. Most of the time, I'm thinking, which one is my armrest?
Andrew appears, dressed as Hamlet, in all black. He's wearing tights and a codpiece, a sword, and a dagger.
Out!
Andrew!
Big guy.
Out! Tonight, I shall play Hamlet. I must be alone.
Andrew, honey, can't we take you to the theater?
I have dressed. I have drunk. I seek only solitude.
I hear you. And Andy, it is working like a charm. I told the network, Andy's not sure. He's thinking, he's doing Hamlet, and they love it. I mean, they know it's a trick. So I'm going to go for half ownership of the show, or you'll do Lear.
Away!
Away! I love this guy. I mean, what is opening night party here? A party? What?
Of course.
And the photographers?
Really?
And critics.
Andrew, don't listen. They'll love you and it's not important.
Well, not in movies or TV. But I mean, that's the great thing. You can really blow and no one can stop you. But tonight, I mean, watch out, right? They're out there. You know, when I heard you were going through this and I went, hey, and maybe Andy's right. Maybe I should just chuck everything, leave LA, just produce, direct, and write Shakespeare. But then I woke up and it's your turn. Andy, boy, come on. I got a car downstairs. Anybody?
A car? A limo?
You do real estate. You got to come to Beverly Hills.
I know. I dream about it. Beverly Hills. That's my Hamlet.
Now?
We're going.
We'll see you after. Look at you. You are so adorable. Just like Peter Pan, but for evening.
Farewell.
Are you sure you don't want me to stay? I'll go with you to the theater.
Be gone, wench.
I know you're going to be the best, and I'm proud of you. And I'm so glad we're in this play together, even if I am just one of Ophelia's ladies in waiting. And even if I don't have any lines, the director took me aside yesterday at the dress rehearsal. He said I was very good, but that when they announced that Ophelia is dead, I shouldn't scream or stagger or grab your sword and try to stab myself. He said the play wasn't called The Tragedy of Ophelia's Best Friend. But I understand.
My lady.
My lord.
Blythe.
Rallenberg,
Tonight, Hamlet.
the Dane,
The Bard.
the Bottle,
The best.
and Deirdre.
Deirdre?
For certain, she shall witness your portrayal. She imagines herself Ophelia. She shall wed you or drown.
We have accomplished much.
Vocal assurance,
Physical technique.
even, dare I say it, an appreciation of the text.
Indeed, our achievement is twofold. Not only do I revere the play, but for the first time, I have finished it.
Welcome, Rallenberg, to the Royal Order of Hamlets,
The elite.
the august.
Princes and players.
We do not step,
We stride.
we do not speak,
We beseech.
we whisper.
We roar.
Brother Hamlet,
Player King.
the moment is nigh. I name my rightful heir, Neil Raleigh. I hereby dub thee Prince Hamlet of all Lower Manhattan. You join an illustrious line. You shall henceforth be known as the greatest American Hamlet
Of all time.
of your generation.
Of my generation?
And why not?
It's just that I just keep thinking, tonight.
Of course. The performance, minutes from now.
No. I'm fine. Hamlet. Whoa.
Glory.
Glory.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Blind, unspeakable terror.
That's it.
Of course you're shaking. And for the noblest of reasons, the role, the moment, the test.
Come with me. Be there.
I cannot. You know that.
Then help me. There must be some ancient secret of Hamlet's, a trick, something you've been saving.
Of course. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not soar the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and, as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance, that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end both at the first and now was and is to hold, as 'twere, the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time, his form and pressure. Now this overdone or come tardy off, though it make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve. Go, make you ready.
I don't think so.
Go, make you ready, it's all there, in the text, at your service.
I can't do that. What you just did, I mean, come on, who do you think I am?
Andrew, your fear has a history. My opening night, good Lord.
But you were Barrymore.
Barrymore, I was a light comedian attempting Olympus. There was a family reputation knotted about my neck. Before the curtain rose, I sat on the stage in darkness, paralyzed with fear.
But you weren't some TV clown. You were still doing theater.
Don't overestimate the form. Would you like the titles of my boulevard triumphs? The Fortune Hunter, Claire de Lune, Princess Zim Zim.
But what if Gary's right? What if the critics hate me?
Ah, newspapers.
What if I hate me?
You have prepared for this evening.
But when you played Hamlet, you prepared for 6 months in the country, just learning the role.
You've been diligent.
Sure, but for 6 weeks, people are gonna be there. People, not just critics, but my friends, my family, people who saw me in my second grade school play that might expect an improvement. And Deirdre.
She'll adore you.
It's not automatic. Deirdre wants me to be a hero and immortal. And what if that doesn't happen? What if I disappoint her?
Impossible.
Up until now, I've been plugging away, trying to be Hamlet, trying to be like you, but Now,
Andrew, this is not your first opening night. Your panic, your doubt, this is all to be expected.
this isn't just stage fright. This is something
What?
common sense. I had this idea that I could come back to New York, that I could prove some ridiculous point to myself and to everybody. Instant actor, just add Shakespeare, but I don't think it works that way.
And why not?
Because I'm going to be on that stage with real actors, with people who know what they're doing. Jesus Christ, why did I listen to you? I should be in LA right now making a fortune. In pants.
Is that what you'd like?
It's what
Is that what I've taught you?
Oh,
Enough, you unbearable brat! Your sniveling is a disgrace. The words of Shakespeare, be worthy. The role of Hamlet, be grateful.
oh, come off it.
What?
Listen to yourself.
Excuse me?
After you played Hamlet, you left the theater. You never came back.
Unimportant.
I read about it. After 101 performances, you went right to Hollywood.
For a time,
For the rest of your life.
that's my affair.
Lived in a mansion in Beverly Hills with a yacht and a screening room and how many wives?
Quite a few.
You made movie after movie.
Some of them were classics.
Most of them garbage.
Yes. And after a while, I even had trouble with those. There was a day on a set when the cameras rolled, and I couldn't remember a line. Nothing. Take after take, not a word, not a speech, just haze. And then terror. And I wasn't drunk, no, stone sober. And everyone was more than kind. And the words were scribbled on shirt sleeves and cardboards held just out of camera range. But I knew instantly I could never go back on the stage.
John Barrymore, the great classical actor, the example to everyone.
The hopeless, unemployable lush. The public embarrassment, the off-color joke. Yes, I ran to Hollywood, you're quite right. You can't imagine the life I led. I was a movie star, you know what that means? My face 5 stories high and 6 zeros wide. But before all that, in my prime, I faced the dragon. I accepted a role so insanely complex, so fantastic and impossible that any attempt is only that, an attempt. And I stood in the light before a crowd, fully prepared to dismiss, to deride, and to depart. And I shook them. I wooed them. And I said, yes, you will stay. And yes, you will remember. And for one moment in my life, I used all that I knew, every shred of talent, every ounce of gall. I was John Barrymore. And for those sacred evenings, there was no shame. I played Hamlet. Have you?
Yes, I'm coming. Okay.
Harley, the car is waiting. Go! Go! You look terrible.
What?
Lillian, are you coming?
I will catch up in a cab.
Lillian, I have to do this, don't I?
No, You can stay here and we'll cancel the production. I'd be so proud. Go. Yes, I can see you. You's fine.
Oh,
I am very old. I see everything. And, as it happens, I know you.
you do?
I knew you would not remember.
Could it be?
What?
No. Yes. Is it you?
I was very young,
A young wife of a conductor,
a violinist.
a violinist, yes, with a mistress.
Bravo!
I was in town promoting a film. There was a cocktail party. Your husband was to meet you. He did not.
Do not be smug. You were married as well to an actress.
To an actress? Is that legal? I found you sobbing in a coat room.
I did not sob.
We came here.
Out of madness, temporary insanity,
We had a fire,
and candlelight,
stole champagne from the party.
and bought chocolate bars.
We broke every commandment. We made love.
And gained weight.
You were impossible.
You were Barrymore. But
No,
what is the matter?
you are far too young.
Oh, the wonders of surgery and Park Avenue doctors.
I am undeserving. I have failed utterly. I returned for a single purpose, and now
But what is your purpose?
that Andrew should play Hamlet.
So it is done.
But there's more, so much more. I wanted Andrew to learn
To learn what?
from all that he accuses me of, from my sorry excuse for a life. I was offered the planet, every conceivable opportunity. Andrew is my last vain hope, my cosmic lunge at redemption.
Tell me, Barrymore, when did it happen?
What?
When did you turn scoutmaster?
Excuse me?
Raleigh is a big boy. You have pushed him, as have I. He needed that, but tonight must be his, and his alone.
So why do you stay? What do you want?
I am like anyone else. I have come to see Barrymore.
A sideshow.
A three-ring circus, a true oddity. A movie star and a Danish prince. A womanizer, but never a beast. A drunkard, but at least until recently, never a bore. Tonight I had hoped for one last encounter, an encore. But it was long ago. Perhaps I remember incorrectly. I will go.
Lillian,
Yes?
will he be all right? Andrew,
Who can say?
have I helped him in any way?
Ask him when he returns. Any more questions?
Just one. Your husband, is he well?
Oh, I hope not. We are divorced. You were named in the lawsuit.
Divorced? One last encounter.
I am old.
I am dead.
I no longer dance.
Make an exception.
Fool.
Fräulein.
My Hamlet. Tell me, where one goes, where you have come from, it is heaven, I am assuming?
Sad to say.
Is there smoking?
Of course. It's heaven.
Should I be afraid?
Of death, never. Only of life.
Actors.
What?
I love them.
You know, Lillian, there is another question that many ask, a question regarding certain activities and their practice in the next world.
You mean activities of a physical nature?
Aren't you curious?
Surprise me.
Ah, love. Ah, sex. Ah, life. 7 a.m. the next morning. Barrymore is slumped on the chaise lounge. He has been eating and watching TV. There are candy wrappers everywhere. Please, Andy, can I have some Trailburst nuggets?
I'm sorry. Nuggets are for people, not chipmunks. Oh, all right. But remember, Trailburst nuggets are a delicious breakfast cereal and an anytime snack.
Trailburst nuggets are good for you. It's a get up and go and anytime snack. They sure are good.
They sure are good.
Yes?
Yeah.
The morning after. So?
So?
Your performance. Tell me. What, am I to remain despised, an ogre? Beyond question denied the result of my labor? Forbade so much as a word, some meager report?
So you want to know what happened last night?
If you wish to impart the information, if you have not grown too grand, too swollen with triumph?
Who writes you?
Tell me. I've earned it.
First, you tell me your deal up there. Once I've played Hamlet, you can go back, right?
Correct.
And we'll never have to see each other again.
Agreed.
So nothing depends on the quality of the performance.
I don't believe so. Why?
Because it did not go very well. In fact, I was awful.
No.
Sorry, I got through it, but I remembered my lines, but that's about it.
Impossible. This is all modesty. I'm sure you were marvelous.
I wasn't. Take my word, or ask around. It wasn't a fiasco, but maybe that would have been better, or at least more memorable, like the Hindenburg or a power blackout. Yeah, years from now, people would ask, where were you on the night Andy Raleigh played Hamlet? 9 months later, hundreds of unexpected babies would be born.
Cheap vengeance. This is cheap vengeance against me. I'm sure you were more than acceptable. Far more.
No, Been walking all night.
Where?
Every place. Fifth Avenue, down to the Battery.
All night? Were you accosted?
Once. 2 guys with a knife. I said, guys, look at me. What do you want, a farthing, a doubloon? And then they recognized me from TV. Wrong show. I kept walking. It's 7 a.m. What is going on around here? Hello? Sure, come on up. It's Gary.
Gary? That cloud of Malibu ozone, that cultural cavity, night school. Is that what you're doing?
I guess we'll find out.
Well done, Andrew. Here's to all the money you can make and all the pride you can swallow. Here's to challenge and risk and the worst possible role models. Why don't you join me, Andrew? This is very good champagne. After all, you can afford it, you lucky dog.
Hey, Hamlet, big guy. Where were you last night? You missed it. Look what I got, the papers. Or did you already see them?
No.
Oh, let's have a look. Aren't you curious?
There is something about a person who brings the papers with glee. Shouldn't you be hooded?
Uh-oh.
Don't. Let me. Oh, God. A not uninteresting attempt. Far to go. If Mr. Raleigh is to consider a serious career on the boards, blah, 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 strong supporting cast, DDD, remember that it's free.
Not bad, huh? And you left out TV lightweight, but that's not so terrible, huh? Well, come on, it could have been worse. I mean, personally, I thought you were terrific. I mean, like I could tell.
Gary!
Weren't you? I mean, oh, I said, Andy, it's not for you. But hey, you learned, right? In front of all those people shuffling their feet.
I was there.
I know. Anyway, look, it's all over. Back to reality. I wanted to see it before I took off so I can call the network. Oh, yeah? All systems go. Start pre-production. No, wait. I know you're going to say yes. It's all set, but let me polish the party, tickle the treat.
Gary, cut it. What is the offer?
Money. It was a feeding frenzy. The first season, 24 episodes, guaranteed $3 million. That's right.
$3 million for one season?
Even if it's a dud, 1 year and out, it's enough. Oh, to breathe, to lay back. I mean, a house or houses or cars or what? No, okay, for your folks, for all they've done. I mean, or if you hate them, rub them out. I mean, the money's there. and no, if the show hits, oh, okay, so you're tied up for a few years, but triple it, quadruple it, you just keep going. I mean, picture it. One day you wake up, and whatever happens, you're rich. Something goes wrong, something breaks. It's not so bad. It's never going to be bad. Why? You're rich. It's like they say, the rich are different from you and me. They're just rich. Oh, come on. On the other hand, I'm just blowing smoke here, but pretend like you're out of your mind. Pretend you say no. I mean, pretend. And you stick around here, the theater, elf footlights, and after a few years, I mean, here you are, but no offense, but another out-of-work actor, but not so young, not so network. I mean, pretty soon you move because you can't afford the place. But hey, once in a while, you get work off nowhere. It's Chekhov, it's a basement, it's July, and there's folding chairs. I'm not trying to scare you. I mean, it's just my job as your bud.
$3 million.
Plus all expenses and personal staff. Folding chairs, Andy. And you fold them after every show because AA needs the hall. Andy boy, are we on?
Am I in like a network commitment?
Full season.
$3 million.
No tights.
No.
No?
No?
No.
No what? You still don't like the figures? No, you're not happy with the time slot?
No. Just no.
Wait. You don't get it. I mean, in LA, there is no. It's like yes means sure unless I get a better offer. And no means yes until there's more money.
No, this is a New York no, a real no, a surgical no, a final terminal no.
Oh. Maybe.
No, Gary, it's a no as in, Gary, would you be interested in producing a documentary on acid rain for PBS?
Talk to him. I mean, talk sense.
No.
No!
And you're saying this now, but what about tomorrow? The next day, when the bills start coming, when you're flying coach?
I'm sorry.
Andy, think about me. Think about the money that I could make on this. Don't be selfish.
Have pity, Andrew. He's begging.
You. This is all your fault. You made him do this Hamlet crap.
Me? I didn't even see the play. I was home watching television. I'm in America.
Oh, Jesus, what had happened here? Andy, what am I going to tell the network?
Tell him, who needs Andy Raleigh? Dime a dozen.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's great. Who should I get?
Gary.
$3 million? When would you need me?
Yeah!
Babe, in the car.
We're gonna miss the plane!
Felicia?
Hi, hon.
Andy, I got to make some calls, right? Damage control.
In the kitchen.
Mwah! Hon, woo, what can I say? Last night, were you terrific or what? I mean, the part I saw.
The part you saw?
Well, I caught the first act where you were so confused. But at intermission, I got thirsty, and Gary has a bar in the limo, and Auntie, I'm sorry. One thing led to another.
Wait, the two of you?
Perfection.
Yeah, and all thanks to you and Shakespeare.
So you only saw one act, both of you?
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. So, how did it end? You're king now, right?
No. Felicia, are you going away with Gary?
Yeah, to LA. Long weekend. This is a great place. I told you. I just wish we could have contacted Barry more. But I've been thinking, maybe ghosts don't really exist. Even Ma. Maybe it's all in my mind. No afterlife, no other side, nothing. Who knows?
We got to split. But Andy, this isn't over. I am coming back for you, and if I have to tie you up, drug you, and slam you into a cage, you're gonna make money.
Aren't you supposed to be flying somewhere?
Oh, we'll call you.
From the phone. I mean, and on the plane, on the phone. But listen, Andy, this theater thing, we'll beat it together.
The door to the roof swings open, and Deirdre appears in a nightgown. Her hair is wild and tangled with flowers. Her eyes are half shut, and she rubs her upper arms. She moans. She's in a pleasure stupor. She leans against the door frame, rubbing up against it like an extremely satisfied cat.
Deirdre? Deirdre? Deirdre, are you okay? Deirdre. Oh, I'm sorry I took off last night after the show. I hope you went to the after party. Did you have a good time? Deirdre, what is going on?
Deirdre slinks her way down the stairs, stroking the banister, now leaps into Andrew's arms. She looks deep into his eyes and gives him a volcanic, passionate kiss.
Hi.
Hi. Stop that.
Stop what?
Stop moaning. Deirdre, did you go to the party?
Party?
The party after the play? We were in Hamlet last night, remember?
Perhaps I should leave you two alone.
No, stay.
Of course I'll stay. Oh, Andrew, last night you were so wonderful.
No, I wasn't. Deirdre, I'm not what you want. You're waiting for someone legendary, for a total hero, for a Lancelot or a Mark Antony, and you should. I wished I'd been good. I wished I'd been everything for you, and I'm sorry.
Andrew, I watched you on stage last night and I thought, he has worked so hard. He's put his heart and soul into this, and at least partly for me. And he's so bad. And I thought I'd be demolished, but something happened. I mean, people were coughing and a plane, it just flew overhead, and there were all those mosquitoes.
Mouth.
And you just kept on going. And I thought, what makes a hero? It's just someone who tries to do what's right despite impossible odds, like you playing Hamlet. You are the bravest, noblest man I've ever met.
Really?
Yes. But then I thought about how I'd put you off and how I was just a lady in waiting, and I thought, I'm not worthy.
Deirdre.
So you know what I decided to do?
Something sensible?
Exactly. I decided to drown myself, like Ophelia in Central Park Lake. Isn't that perfect? So I went behind the theater and I stood on a rock and braided wildflowers into my hair, and I sang Ophelia's body song. Hey, Nani, Nani. Hey, Nani. No. No. I couldn't jump in. I lost my nerve.
Well, I'm glad.
And I was so upset that I came back here and ran up to the roof.
Deirdre runs, or shall we say, floats up the stairs to the landing. Barrymore is waiting. He stands right behind her.
And I stood on the edge and I gazed up at the moon and I said, oh, Mr. Moon, you're so big and round and yellow.
Deirdre.
I know, please. I thought, Deirdre, everyone's right. Get some help. And that's when I felt it.
Felt what?
This breeze on the back of my neck. Except it wasn't just a breeze. It was more like a hand.
A hand?
Barrymore lightly strokes Deirdre's neck.
A caress.
No!
Yes! And that's all I can remember. Except I woke up this morning in the room up there and there was a rose on my pillow.
A red rose.
A red rose?
For passion. And my copy of Romeo and Juliet was lying open right to one of Juliet's speeches. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. And all I could think about was you. Andrew, I'm worthy.
Deirdre glides up to the door to the roof, and she sensually turns to Andrew.
Get thee right now.
And Deirdre floats out onto the roof and is gone.
I wish I could kill you. You.
Me? She was suicidal. She felt unworthy of you.
What did you do?
Andrew, I'm a ghost, a spirit.
A Barrymore?
How dare you?
Swear it. Nothing happened between you and Deirdre.
Please, you wouldn't understand. It was a moment of Shakespeare, a purely poetic communion between two lyric souls, as assisted by moonlight. A midsummer night's dream.
Much ado about nothing.
As you like it.
So all's well that ends well.
Indeed. Yet I am utterly perplexed. $3 million. And your precious LA. Why not go?
Why not? Do you know what stopped me of all things? Hamlet.
But you were ghastly, you said so. Deirdre agreed, the papers. Everyone in New York.
I heard. And that's part of it. Last night, right from the start, I knew I was bombing. I sounded big and phony, real thee and thou. And I started rushing it. Hi, what's new in Denmark? You know, I just couldn't connect. I couldn't get a hold of it. And while I'm babbling, I look out and there's this guy in the second row. A kid, like 16, obviously dragged there, and he's yawning and he's jiggling his leg and reading his program. And I just wanted to say, hey kid, I'm right there with you. I can't stand doing this. But I couldn't do that. So I just kept feeling worse and worse, drowning. And I thought, okay, all my answers, all my questions are answered. I'm not Hamlet. I'm no actor. What am I doing here? And then I get to the soliloquy, the big job, and I'm right in the headlights. And I just thought, oh, Christ, oh, to hell with it. Just do it. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. And I kept going. And I finish the speech and I look out and there's the kid. And he's listening and the whole audience is quiet, total focus. And I was Hamlet. And it lasted for about 10 seconds and then I was back in hell. And I stayed there, but for that one little bit, for that one speech, I got it. I had it. Hamlet. And only about 8,000 lines more to go.
There it is. The glory of Shakespeare. Hamlet has changed you, altered your course.
Yes. And I love this apartment because it's like a stage set. It's the theater. And because once upon a time, you lived here.
Brother Hamlet.
Player king, stay, teach me.
You have already learned all that is important. You've tasted glory now. Reach skyward, surprise everyone. And someday, Andrew, this I promise you, someday you will perform indoors. Now I must go. You have a performance this evening and a matinee.
Get out of here.
I'm on my way, but I have a parting request. I was unable to witness your debut, but I must see your bow.
My bow?
Oh, as I suspected.
What?
It was perfunctory. A bow should be theater incarnate. Very well. Begin in a daze, still lost in the drama. Good Lord. Is that an audience? Me? Into the light. All my children. And the cheapest seats. The company. And off.
Virginia Smokehouse.
On rye. Now you, for the full effect, ring down the curtain.
Thanks, everyone. And thanks to all these wonderful actors, Jordan Feltner, Jessie Ray Goodman, Robert Langdon Lloyd, Phil Mansfield, Kate McMorran, Brett Owen, Krista Tridler, and to our technical captain, Quentin Champdoran. They did so brilliantly and were so generous with their time. So please consider donating to Voice Theater so when the time comes, we can open and bring you a season once again when it's safe. The donate link is in your email, or you can go right down below this video and click on that link. And please remember to participate in our democracy. If we want to continue to the great luxury of having a democracy, we need everyone to vote in November. Be safe, be well, and wear those masks. See you later.
If it ain't got that swing, do I. Don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. Do I. Makes no difference if